Today's tell-all are back on relationships, dating, and anyway, it's going to be a new one joining the group, so we'll see who that is.
Very brave guy. And how to handle your garden through the changes in weather.
Plus a comfort meal to warm you up in the cold weather.
Hey, everybody, you know what? Here's an idea. Have an awesome Funday Monday.
What's tomorrow?
For Hoda's favorite day of the week tomorrow.
Besides Tuesday, Tuesday.
Yeah, other than Wednesday. I think it's her favorite. We'll see you then, everybody. Bye-bye.
Spanx alert.
An extraordinary scene playing out here. The arrival of Pope Francis.
When stories matter,
The flood of refugees coming into Hungary.
he brings them to you.
I am a father. I have 2 children. I understand it.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Thursday, America's favorite criminal is back to help save Liz.
You're being transferred to Moscow.
From a game of Russian roulette.
Kane!
The Blacklist, new this Thursday after Heroes Reborn on NBC. And get the NBC app.
Matt, are you home?
Boyd.
I think he's in trouble.
All right, we got it from here.
Just give him what he wants. Shots fired!
Chicago Fire returns Tuesday, October 13th on NBC.
The new $5 million Flamingo Multiplier scratch-off game from the Florida
Our
Lottery.
next treasure is said to hold the power to multiply fortunes.
With a chance to win up to 100 times your prize instantly, the Flamingo Multiplier is truly a treasure to behold. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
If you're like me when you cook for your family, you look for the purest ingredients, no antibiotics or other additives. That's why I buy Springer Mountain Farms chicken. It's healthy and tasty for my picky eaters. But don't take this cook's word for it. Some of the nation's top chefs serve and list Springer Mountain Farms chicken on their menus.
American Humane Certified, raised without antibiotics, pure Springer Mountain Farms chicken.
So good, and so good for you.
Car accident?
Find out why people are talking about Steinger, Isco, and Green.
They got Mary $62,000 after her accident.
I'm liking what I'm hearing. And for Alan's wreck, they got him $125,000.
Wow. Keep talking. And for Devonna, Steinger, Isco, and Green got her $1.2 million.
$1.2 million? That's what I'm talking about. If you've been injured in a car accident, find out why people are talking about Steinger, Isco, and Green.
800-561-1111.
Hello, Jupiter Tequesta. I need some help with my air conditioning.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Fresh off the list, keep your blood pressure up with extreme ironing and keep medical costs down with handy apps.
I had no idea.
If it's stuff you love, it's on the list.
Tonight at 7 on News Channel 5.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Live, local from WPTV. This is Today on 5 at 11. Local coverage you can count on.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Today on 5 at 11. Did you have a good weekend, everybody?
Yes.
That's
Except
a
for
collective.
the Dolphins, yes.
The Dolphins, wow.
Except for that, it was
That's
a
a
good weekend.
heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Thought of you yesterday morning. Didn't want to call you and bug you, but
Thanks.
I knew you were hurting real bad. But on the other hand, the Gators pulled it out.
Yeah,
Big
wow,
win over Ole
unbelievable,
Miss.
yeah.
We got a lot happening on this Monday morning. We're covering a possible audit for a school district in our area. It's of the bus system. We'll tell you why lawmakers are now preparing their own investigation into this possible audit.
Also, round 2, for those of you who've been with us since the beginning, we're doing another edition of Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. We've got Chef David Pantone cooking up a healthy treat. Dave Wintley offering some sound advice to keep you wealthy, or at least hopefully get you there.
Yes.
And then, of course, Terry Lyles has what we all need, probably wisdom.
This is for wisdom. And
We're
this is a good
to
one
pave the
because,
way.
yeah, we all go through what Terry's talking about all the time.
Yeah.
So.
We're following new developments also in the story of a cargo ship gone missing in the Bahamas. Within the hour, the Coast Guard held a news conference in Miami. The Coast Guard says that it now believes the ship El Faro sank during Hurricane Joaquin last week. Chris Stewart is live in the newsroom now with the latest on this. Chris, good morning.
Oh, guys, good morning. The Coast Guard says it is out searching right now for survivors. They just unveiled at that press conference in Miami that crews did find a body in a life vest during the search, but they've been unable to identify it. 33 people were on board El Faro, which you see right here as it sailed through the Bahamas at the height of Hurricane Joaquin. The Coast Guard says they've found 2 debris fields from the ship. They found a lifeboat with no signs of anyone on it. They've also found a life ring and life vests from the ship. And even though the Coast Guard is still holding on to hope, they do recognize the challenges facing anyone in the ocean during a Category 4 hurricane.
So you're talking up to 140-mile-an-hour winds, seas upwards of 50 feet, visibility basically at 0. Those are challenging conditions to survive.
And the ship was on its way to Puerto Rico from Jacksonville when it lost communication on Thursday. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Coast Guard will investigate why the ship took the path that it did. But for now, the search continues for any sign of life in an area that is roughly the size of Michigan. Roxanne?
And dramatic video shows how flooding in some areas of South Carolina has shut down streets and trapped people in their homes. That car zooming through Somerville. This is drone video. Car should not be doing that. That's very dangerous, but it shows just a fraction of what floodwaters what they did over the weekend, and they proved fatal. More than 250 roads across the state were closed due to the storm that dumped more than 2 feet of rain in some areas. Joaquin was a devastating storm, even though it stayed offshore, wasn't it, Tyler?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
You know, Roxanne, Joaquin ended up becoming a Category 4, and a strong Category 4 at that, almost a Category 5. It stayed well away from us, thankfully, because of a weather system that brought us some really cool air. It's a really nice air, too, and that air is still sticking around with us. Partly cloudy right now. Really nice out there with temperatures in the mid-70s. 74 degrees in Vero Beach, 76 degrees in West Palm, 75 degrees in Boca, 73 degrees right now in Okeechobee. We do have a little bit of rain on Live Viper 5 Max, and that is over here in Martin County, just to the south of Stewart right here. Just one little light shower, and that's pretty much all we'll see as we head later on into the afternoon. As you can see, just isolated stuff, just isolated showers. Partly sunny for you. Comfortable, though. Temperatures only getting up to 85 degrees. Back to you.
We'll want to get you caught up on this situation affecting part of the morning commute. We have just learned that the southbound lanes on US 1, they are back open. This is between Edwards Road and Southland Drive. Police were out there investigating this morning a traffic-related death. We are working to learn more. When we do, you'll get it right here on air, also online on our WPTV app.
Time now at 11:04. A state audit could be coming for the Palm Beach County School District. Lawmakers are considering looking into the bus issue still troubling some students. News Channel 5's Jacqueline Powell is here now with the push to hold the district accountable.
We're nearly a couple of months into the school year now. Buses are leaving this depot every morning, but some still aren't making it to their stops on time, meaning some kids are still showing up to class late. Now, the Palm Beach County School District is already running its own investigation into what went so wrong this year, but now one state lawmaker, Representative Irv Schlossberg, wants the state to do its own audit. This comes after a lot of complaints from parents about their kids not getting to school on time and missing out in class. Representative Schlossberg says he's gotten those complaints himself. The school superintendent, Robert Avosa, says another audit isn't necessary, though. Next month, he's meeting with a group to come up with a plan to prevent the same busing issues from happening again next year. But the state's audit committee will still be meeting today to figure out whether they want to go forward with that audit of their own. In West Palm Beach, Jacqueline Powell, WPTV News Channel 5.
Jackie, thank you. Parents with kids in the Palm Beach County School District, this is your chance to weigh in on what's working and perhaps what is not as far as your child's education. The district is holding 8 strategic meetings, all at different campuses, for the next couple of weeks. Now, the first one is tonight. It's at Pahokee High School. Teachers and school employees will meet first, and then parents, you are invited to come at 6:30 for the second part of the discussion.
Crews in Indian River County worked through the weekend to fix glitches with a new garbage pickup system. More than 20,000 new recycling carts had to be dropped off over the last 2 days. Everyone will get these new recycling carts, but only people living in unincorporated Indian River County and Fellsmere are impacted by the garbage changes. So if you want to be certain where you stand in these changes with your garbage in Indian River County, There's a link on our website. And right now, the Martin County Sheriff's Office needs your help. They've received calls from parents about a truck they've seen driving around. So far, 5 calls have come into the sheriff's office. They say an older man seen driving a white pickup truck was in their neighborhoods. Now, the neighborhoods include River Forest and Lighthouse Points, those communities in Stewart. And then there have been 3 complaints about this white pickup truck with an older man driving it from Palm City. One parent did try to approach the man, but that parent said he sped off. Deputies say if you see anything that resembles this, don't have to have everything in line, just you suspect something's not right. They want you to call 911 right away. Holly?
It is video you will only see right here after a report of a bomb in a car. Chopper 5 overhead with this exclusive footage this morning as Palm Beach County Bomb Squad with their shields intact checked out this car. It was pulled over on I-95 into the northbound lanes in Delray Beach. A woman claims someone had put the explosive in her vehicle. As this was going on, though, we're talking major gridlock from Atlantic Avenue to about Woolbright for at least an hour. There's the car right there. Authorities say there was no bomb. Some of you perhaps were gearing up for more road construction along Southern Boulevard, the bridge that is. We do want to let you know that has been canceled. The work was scheduled to take place today and tomorrow. Of course, we'll let you know when it gets rescheduled.
McDonald's and Uber are partnering up to make all of your dreams come true. This comes a day ahead of the launch of all-day breakfast. Right now, they're delivering breakfast surprises throughout Miami. Uber riders must enter the promo code LOVINIT to unlock a free on-demand delivery. To share in the excitement, you can follow the hashtag all-day-breakfast South Florida, as in SOFLA, S-O-F-L-A, on social media and join in the fun.
Keep that handy when they head up.
Sounds like a good partnership.
Palm Beach County.
You got it. Lower numbers in the polls is not scaring Donald Trump. What it would take for the presidential hopeful to drop out of the race.
And cold and flu season, yep, it's in full swing already. We've got some tips for you, and one might surprise you on how to survive the season sickness next.
I think we have a round of the flu going on around here, so we'll talk all about it. You're watching Today on 5 at 11. We'll be right back.
Hey, Mike, something wrong?
This old house is like...
Burdened with an old house in need of repairs? Call Homevestors, the We Buy Ugly Houses people. We'll take the load off your shoulders. Call 1-800-44-BUYER.
Hi. Hi. Do your dentures come with a guarantee? Oh, no, dentures don't. But this thing did.
I'll be right with you.
Okay, let's try something new.
Hi. Do your dentures come with a money-back guarantee? Absolutely. Did you hear that? They already know.
At Aspen Dental, we get you dentures in days. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll refund your money. Now that's doing dentistry differently. Just call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
I got hit in my car in the front end when I couldn't hardly move my neck. That's when I decided to call Daryl.
We were able to take care of the insurance problems for him. We were able to get all his medical bills paid, all his balances paid, help him get his car repaired, and all the things that people after an accident have to deal with, we were able to take care of for him.
No way could I even attempted to deal with the insurance company on my own.
And we were able to get a very good settlement from Mike.
Call Kogan and DeSalvo now. The call is free.
Remodeling a bathroom too, I see.
Yep. Glad I'll be at work.
A week's worth of dust and noise. Who needs it?
Rebath said they'd have it finished when I get home today.
Just one day, huh? Well, here's hoping, pal. What were you thinking? I should have called Rebath.
Wow. I can't believe Rebath did all this in just one day.
Call now to save $500 today, 954-428-1656.
You are a hands-on caregiver who loves helping people get back on their feet. As a physical therapist assistant, you help patients recover from injury or illness. Kaiser University can prepare you to help patients improve their mobility and recover their ability to function, making a difference every day. Prepare for your new career now by calling Kaiser at 1-888-881-8111. That's 1-888-881-8111.
Hey, Mike, something wrong?
This old house is like...
Burdened with an old house in need of repairs? Call Homevestors, the We Buy Ugly Houses people. We'll take the load off your shoulders. Call 1-800-44-BUYER.
Time to talk politics, and we've got a new poll out this morning that shows Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump's numbers slipping. And now he's talking about what it would take to call it quits. Tracy Potts is in Washington this morning with more on that, plus who's making headlines on gun control today.
Whether it's
Donald Trump promising 7% growth, something the U.S. has never seen, and suggesting more guns may have prevented the Oregon school massacre.
If there were guns in that room other than his, fewer people would have died, fewer people would have been so horribly injured.
On the Middle East.
If Saddam and Gaddafi, do you think things would be more stable?
Of course it would be.
And on when he'd end his own campaign.
If I was dropping in the polls where I saw that I wasn't going to win, why would I continue?
His numbers are going down in Iowa. Our new NBC Wall Street Journal Marist poll still has him on top there and in New Hampshire, with Carly Fiorina now a strong second in the Granite State.
We must take our government back.
Bernie Sanders leads Democrats there. It's the opposite in Iowa. Hillary Clinton's ahead.
Hi, I'm Hillary Rodham Clinton.
She got some laughs on Saturday Night Live this weekend.
Donald Trump? Isn't he the one that's like, you're all losers?
But later this morning in an interview and town hall on the Today Show, a more serious tone. Clinton's unveiling her plan to close the gun show loophole without Congress.
The White House is announcing the designation of 2 new national marine sanctuaries, the first chosen in 15 years. Now, one is in the tidal waters of Maryland. Another is in Wisconsin's Lake Michigan. The designations are a part of the president's effort to protect the environment. To combat illegal fishing, the Obama administration also said it would launch Sea Scout, which is a global initiative to unite governments in fighting against unreported fishing. Congress is proposing new benefits for military members. The biggest change is the implementation in 2018 of a retirement system. It'll allow service members to put money into a 401k type account. The government will match it up to 5%. Now, currently, military members who've served less than 20 years aren't eligible for retirement benefits. The Senate is scheduled to vote on the bill this week. The House already approved it.
To this health alert this Monday morning, new data is out showing drugged driving is on the rise. The percentage of drivers who tested positive for marijuana or other drugs jumped from 12.5% to 15% during the past 5 years. Nearly half of deceased drivers had drugs in their systems. Plus, what preteens think about marijuana could predict whether they drink and drive in high school. Researchers asked more than 1,000 12-year-olds about their use of and beliefs about marijuana and alcohol. Those with favorable attitudes about marijuana were more likely to drive under the influence or ride with a drinking driver once they turned 16.
Here in the U.S., a Colorado doctor is revolutionizing the way we treat early-stage breast cancer by using a one-day breast cancer treatment. It's called intraoperative radiation therapy, or IORT for short. IORT is an option for women with early-stage breast cancer. A single dose of radiation, just a single dose, is administered at the time of the lumpectomy. It allows women to replace 6 to 8 weeks of traditional radiation therapy.
It is efficient, it is effective, and it gives you the ability to regain your life and move on through the cancer experience and be active.
We should point out some doctors have been reluctant to try this IORT therapy. However, the system has been used in Europe for at least the last 20 years.
Guess what? Time to grab the tissues, everybody, because cold and flu season is here. And guess what else? The majority of us will get some sort of illness this winter. So here are tips for everyone on how to survive this season of sickness. The very first thing to do, get a flu shot. Also, eat yogurt with live cultures. That has immune boosting powers in it. Other home cold remedies like chicken soup and honey have also proven to be effective. However, you need to get outside. Just what you think you shouldn't do if you don't feel well, but get outside, get a breath of fresh air. That can really help a lot. One last tip, quit touching your mouth. It's a great way to get germs into your system. You don't think about that, but yet, you're driving someplace
Sure.
and all of a sudden you sneeze and you're like, you just do
Right.
something
Yeah. I
and
mean,
you've
your
touched
hands
the
touch
steering
everything.
wheel and exactly.
And then again, don't forget that elbow when you sneeze.
Right.
But get outside, and when you get outside, walk around the block, get a little exercise. I think
fresh
that
air.
makes you feel better too.
Yeah, that'll
Tell
Speaking
you
of,
what, it's a nice
soothe
day to
you a
get
little bit.
outside.
the first
It
thing my
is.
husband said this morning, he said, it's just beautiful
It's
outside.
nice
Great out there.
Let's check in with Tyler.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Yeah, yesterday was great. Today has been great, too, and it's only going to get better as we head later on into the afternoon. Right now, we are looking at partly cloudy skies, low humidity, very comfortable. Temperatures are in the 70s at the moment. 74 degrees for you in Vero Beach, 73 degrees right now in Okeechobee, and then we have the mid to upper 70s down here across the Palm Beaches, 76 degrees in West Palm, 75 degrees for you in Boca. We do have a little bit of rain out there, not a whole lot, and the rain is confined right here to Martin County. You can see just a little bit moving into northern Martin County, heading for Stewart, and then this right here is about to push into portions of Jupiter here in about probably, I would say, 20 minutes. But as it pushes down to the south and east, it's quickly falling apart, and we're not seeing a whole lot out there. And as you can see with Vipercast, we're only going to see some isolated showers through about 2:30 this afternoon, and that'll continue through, let's say, 6:30 this evening. And once we head on into the evening hours and the overnight hours, it all clears out. We look pretty good. But hey, the cloud cover is going to remain because this weather system that's sitting way up here to our north is going to continue to pinwheel some clouds into the viewing area. Highs today will get up to the mid-80s. 85 degrees for you in Vero Beach, 85 degrees in West Palm, 86 degrees in Boca. And then look at that, Okeechobee, Belglade, you'll be sitting at 86 degrees as well. Now, this is an average for us. I know the past couple of weeks we have been in the 90s, the low 90s, but hey, 86 degrees is actually our average for this time of the year. So we are returning to the norm. Beachgoers, dangerous rip currents will continue to be a threat for us. Surf will be chest high, and we are looking at some rough seas. Boaters, seas will range from 3 to 6 feet. Inland waterways will have a moderate chop. High tide, it'll occur at 3:19 this afternoon. Here's a look at your overnight lows. We will drop right back down into the 60s yet again. 68 degrees in Vero Beach, looks like 70 degrees in West Palm and also Boca. The cool spot will be Okeechobee tomorrow morning at 66 degrees. The humidity will continue to be low, but the humidity will start to rise as we head towards the end of the week, and we'll return to almost 90-degree temperatures, and that humidity will be through the roof yet again once we get to about Friday. Vipercast for tomorrow shows a really nice start to the day, then a really nice afternoon, and in fact, we're hardly seeing any showers tomorrow afternoon. Rain percentages are definitely going to be lower tomorrow. Here's an update on Joaquin. It is now a Category 1 hurricane to the north of Bermuda. It's going to continue to push to the northeast, and in the next few days, it'll start to fall apart, and it'll be a remnant low, and probably by about Thursday or Friday. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Weather looks great today, just a few showers. It will be breezy, and then we see our rain percentages drop on Tuesday, Wednesday, only to ramp back up on Thursday, Friday, and as we head into the weekend. Notice that your afternoon highs will creep back up, almost 90 degrees by Thursday and Friday. Morning lows will be back in the mid to upper 70s by the end of the week as well. Back to you.
All right, we'll take it for now, though.
Oh, we're so lucky we missed that storm.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the holidays are just around the corner.
Yeah, October, well, we have November and December
Get
coming
going.
up. So we're going to talk about the best time to book that airfare if you plan to travel out of town this holiday season.
Looking for love? We've got some tips on dating from a local matchmaker, and it really is some info you could use. You're watching Today on 5 at 11, and we're glad you're with us this morning.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steiger is going green.
After Marita's accident, they got her $94,000.
Check this out. Steiger is going green got Rod $900,000.
Talk about getting paid. 800-561-1111.
The City Mattress Columbus sale is on now with store-wide savings of 10 to 20% off mattresses and bedroom furniture. With free delivery and special financing, you'll save on everything you need to sleep.
Sleep better and save more. Only at City Mattress.
Struggling with dentures or delaying losing your teeth because you don't want dentures? The Ferber Dental Group can have you in permanent teeth without the need to wear dentures ever again. We can make this life-changing procedure affordable. So say goodbye to dentures and hello to eating the foods you love again. Call the Ferber Dental Group today, and we'll have you smiling again.
Now open in Boca and Lake Worth.
I don't believe you.
No way.
How's that possible?
That's crazy.
I don't believe you.
I find that really hard to believe.
I don't know about that.
No way.
2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 with a free eye exam.
I paid way too much.
It's true. At America's Best, we've been selling quality eyewear at low prices for 35 years. Call 1-800-2-PAIR or visit americasbest.com today.
Whoa, come here. Come try this cheese I got.
That is really good.
Right?
Yeah. Where'd you get this?
The Publix Deli. Comes from a special creamery on an island outside the UK.
A little sharp, nutty. It's probably got a really classy name, right? Hard to pronounce.
That's crazy.
Do it. Blow
Ready?
my cheese mind.
Are you
Hit
ready?
it. I'm ready.
Cheddar.
We went all the way to the Isle of Man to find the perfect specialty cheddar. It's the cheese upgrade you'll love, and so will everyone else. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Hey, Joey, it's Grandpa. Want to go fishing today?
Yeah, Grandpa. I'll let you talk to Mom while I get my stuff.
If you can't hear well on the phone, now you can read what your caller says. Captel Service uses operator-assisted voice recognition technology to show captions of everything your caller says.
Thanks again for getting me Captel Service. It's great to stay in touch with friends. And my little fishing buddy, too.
To learn more about this free service and Captel phones, go to CaptelOffer.com.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
When Deborah was injured in a car accident, the other driver refused to admit fault.
So Deborah called Steinger is going green.
They got the truth?
And Deborah got the cash. $1 million.
800-561-1111. Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Finding love. How do you do it? Many people want to find a significant other, but not everyone knows how to do it, or at least the right approach to doing it. Joining me now is matchmaker Siggy Flicker, and she's got a new book out called Write Your Own Fairy Tale. Nice to see you, Siggy. And we hear all the time from anyone trying to find love these days is it's so much different today than it was 10, 20 years ago. Is that true?
Yes, it is very true, because today we have something called a computer. We have a computer, and guess what? For every negative, I'll give you a positive. Online dating is fabulous, as long as you don't stay behind the computer too long. It's fabulous. It's like window shopping. You're looking for something that interests you, someone who interests you, a profile that sparks something in you, and you start this banter back and forth with somebody. But then my advice is, don't do it for months at a time. Get from behind the computer and get out there and meet that person face to face, because no computer can determine chemistry.
Okay,
and you want to meet somebody.
So is that the best way, do you think, right now in 2015 to find a significant other?
Yes, the best way is old-fashioned way, face to face. Nobody can determine chemistry. Chemistry is a mystery. You could be looking at somebody's profile and they could be picture perfect, but in person you're meeting them and they might be rude to the waiter or waitress, and they might have really bad mannerisms, and they might stop, not ask you any questions and just want to hear themselves talk. You can see a lot, you could determine a lot from a person through their mannerisms and face to face. So absolutely, it's
when you do have that first date and maybe the date that follows and the subsequent dates, are there new rules in place for 2015?
Well, yes, there are new rules in place for 2015. I always say a woman should know what a man is all about. Men and women are very different. Men are hunters. They don't want it to be too easy on them. They want the challenge. They want to chase you. They don't want you to make it too easy on them. So when you're dating somebody for the first 3 to 6 months, and I discuss many rules in the book, it's like, don't introduce him to your friends and family. Get to know that person for yourself. Well, the last thing you want to do is invite somebody after 2-3 weeks of dating them to Thanksgiving dinner, and everybody falls in love with Bill or Bob or Joe, and then 3 months later, Bill, Bob, and Joe end up breaking your heart, and everybody wants to know where Bill, Bob, and Joe are. Keep it to yourself. It takes 3 to 6 months to really get to know somebody, know their character. When you're not feeling well, does that person bring you chicken soup or call you, or does he say, listen, when you're feeling better, give me a text and we'll go out again? You got to take the time to get to know the person you're dating.
Well, Siggy, so much good advice, so many good tips, and I know you're a South Florida girl, and that you're going to be down, and we're going to continue these conversations. Thank you, Siggy Flicker, for joining us.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
So much more to talk about, though. We'll have you back soon.
Thank you so
taking
much.
Notes over there.
Yeah, very interesting
for your
stuff.
Friends. You're taking notes for your
for my friends.
Okay.
In case they ask.
Some good stuff, though.
Yeah, it is interesting. The 2 universities taking caution this morning after a threat and a shooting at a community college last week.
Also, we do have some developing news in the trial involving a former Boynton Beach officer accused of rape. We'll have more on that for you coming up after this.
Now, South Florida, stories everyone's talking about right now.
making sure you're in the know.
With new information before everyone else.
It's a bold new way to get your news. The Now, South Florida, weekdays at 4 on WPTV News Channel 5.
When news breaks in the middle of the night, we get on this.
When it comes to digital media, you hear about it the minute it happens.
Our conversation with you doesn't stop when we're in the commercial breaks.
Wake up with Today on 5, weekdays on WPTV News Channel 5.
Have you been involved in a car accident? If you don't seek medical care within 14 days, you may not be eligible to receive the full benefits of your insurance policy.
Time is not on your side. Call us today. We'll fight for your rights.
Any dog will chase a car. But with a range of 535 miles on one tank, only a crazy dog will chase a Prius. Get a low 0% APR for 72 months on a new 2015 Toyota Prius. Toyota, let's go places.
Friday nights at 11, it's on. The hits, the action, the spirit, high school gridiron highlights. It's football night in South Florida, only on WPTV News Channel 5, powered by Papa John's.
Social Security is sometimes the only thing that stands between having a roof over your head, food on the table, and being homeless. At Gordon & Donner, we have a Social Security section devoted to helping you. Whether you're applying for benefits or have been denied, I invite you to visit fortheinjured.com and learn more. When you visit, you can learn what benefits you're entitled to and what injuries and mental illnesses qualify for both Social Security and VA benefits. Gordon & Donner, for the injured.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Thousands of accidents are caused each year by texting while driving.
At Bike & Lustig, we subpoena cell phone records to see if texting contributed to the accident and your injuries.
If you've been involved in an accident, call us today.
An update on a pretty significant case out of our area. This afternoon, closing arguments are going on in the trial of the Boynton Beach police officer who's accused of rape. Stephen Mariano is accused of attacking a woman last October while he was on duty. News Channel 5's Christina Noche has more on what we can expect to find out today.
Well, closing arguments are underway as we speak, and we could have a verdict in this case today. Now, as of Friday, here inside the courtroom, the defense, which contends the sex was consensual, presented its case, but they decided not to call Maiorino to the stand. On Friday, where they left off, much of that testimony focused on DNA evidence from both the victim and Maiorino. A Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office DNA analyst took the stand, telling the jury that the former officer's DNA was on the alleged victim and that her DNA was also on the hood of his patrol car. But again, the defense still maintains that this was consensual sex. So again, right now, closing arguments are going on inside the courtroom. We'll see if a verdict does come out of this today. And if this former Boynton Beach police officer is convicted, he could face life in prison. Reporting in West Palm Beach, Christina Noche, WPTV News Channel 5.
Developing now, the community has come together to raise the reward in a triple murder. It's now been a year and 2 months since Carly Chapman, Sasan Danford, and Martavius Brown were killed in Mangonia Park. Families held a fundraiser at John Prince Park yesterday, hoping to raise the reward money to $25,000. Anyone with any information can call Crime Stoppers and remain anonymous. Lock up your car. It's good advice for anyone, anywhere, but this morning, that warning is going out to people living in Palm Beach Gardens. Here's why. The city's police department has seen a big hike in car burglaries in several communities during the past few weeks. Now, in most cases, the cars were left unlocked and the valuables were in plain sight. So it makes it they make it vulnerable and easy for burglars. The most recent incidents happened at the Sun Terrace Court neighborhood yesterday. Officers tell our partners at the Palm Beach Post that they have increased patrols and they've arrested 2 suspects.
This morning, we're getting our first look at all the damage caused by Hurricane Joaquin in the Bahamas. Joaquin flattened homes and structures in the islands. The Category 4 hurricane battered the central Bahamas in particular. Even a ship was seen up on land after the storm passed. Other parts of the region were inundated with floodwaters that left multiple homes nearly submerged.
It is the first Monday in October. The U.S. Supreme Court is back in session today, and justices, they do have their work cut out in the coming months. They're going to hear cases on affirmative action, union fees that public employees pay, also class action lawsuits and death penalty appeals. And it's possible that a portion of the Affordable Care Act could come up for review as well.
Philadelphia area colleges are warning students to be extra cautious today after a threat of violence directed at local campuses. FBI and alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives officials sent out a warning yesterday. According to statements from schools like Drexel and Temple University, the threat was posted on social media following last week's deadly shooting at Umpqua Community College in Oregon. Authorities say the threat did not mention a specific school, but it did mention a specific time. Authorities say they put out the warning for precautionary purposes. And Umpqua Community College will reopen its doors today. The staff, the faculty, and students will be allowed back on campus. Counselors will be on hand for those who need it. Students will be allowed to retrieve items they left behind last Thursday when they fled for their lives as a shooter opened fire, killing 9 people. Classes won't resume until next Monday, October 12th.
But it's no school for students in East St. Louis. Teachers there continue to strike over their salaries. The picket lines have even affected the homecoming game. That was Friday night. They called it off, and the homecoming dance was called off as well on Saturday. About 6,000 students are affected by the strike. So, first Monday in October, everybody, not just the start of the Supreme Court session, but it's healthy.
Healthy, wealthy, and wise. We've heard a lot from our viewers who really enjoyed this segment. So if it's your first time, be sure that you stick around for that.
It's a good segment. Plus, we also have the best time for you. We've got the best time for you to book your airfare for the holiday season. You've got to think about that. Think about it early. We'll be right back.
Save that money, right?
Yeah, you got that right.
At Bednar's, freshness sounds like this. And looks like this. I'm Steve Bednar. Visit Bednar's today. Fresh, locally grown produce from our farm to your table.
Tonight, The Voice final blind auditions are here, and we've saved the best for last.
We already have such a connection.
Is this dating or The Voice?
Hey, I'm up for that too.
Then, over 23 million people have made Blind Spot fall's #1 news show. Now, one clue could uncover her identity.
We had your DNA tested.
You have the results? Yes.
New Blind Spot, after the Emmy-winning Voice, you must see Monday on NBC.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green, and here's what they're saying.
Very impressed. An A+ firm.
I heard that. Very professional. What a fantastic team.
There's more where that came from.
You guys are the best.
A perfect 10.
I would recommend your firm to anyone. I am very happy with the outcome.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you've been injured in a car accident, find out why people are talking about Steinger is going green.
800-561-1111.
You guys finished your bathroom remodel?
Yeah. Only took 3 weeks. Who did you use?
Rebath. I thought your remodel went great.
Oh, please. It was expensive and a complete disaster from the second the contractor showed up through the entire remodel. I bet your Rebath bathroom looks spectacular. I bet you even got a great warranty.
Actually, it's a lifetime warranty.
Next time, we're using Rebath.
Call now to save $500 today, 954-428-1656. Yo, Lee!
What's up, Lee?
What's going on, Lee?
Hey, Lee. Hey, Lee. Hey, Lee.
Yo, Lee, what's up?
Oye, Lee, ¿qué pasó?
Yo, Lee.
Hey, what's up, Lee?
What's up, Lee? Hey, Lee. Hey, Lee, what's up? What's up, Lee?
Lee. Lee.
Lee? Lee?
Lee. Lee.
Hey, Lee. If you've been injured in an accident or slip and fall, call us at 1-800-CALL-LEE. We want you to focus on getting better. We'll take care of the rest.
Everybody calls Lee at 1-800-CALL-LEE.
News on WPTV is sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
At Bednar's, freshness sounds like this and looks like this. I'm Steve Bednar. Visit Bednar's today. Fresh, locally grown produce from our farm to your table.
Overdraft and ATM fees. Got one of those lately because they have hit new record highs. According to a survey by Bankrate.com, the average fee for using one of those out-of-network ATMs, it went up by 4%. The increase you've probably noticed, it's been going on in the past year. Meanwhile, free checking availability has reached a new low, with less than half of non-interest checking accounts now completely free.
Speaking of record highs, if you're planning to go to the Mouse House, you need to take along some more cash. Disney World has revamped its annual and seasonal pass system, and they've raised some of the prices. Those price hikes affect parking passes. They went from $17 to $20, and the one-day Magic Kingdom ticket prices also went up. And take note, the current passes do remain valid through the expiration date, but then the prices jump up.
You think $3, not bad, but for a family of four, it can kind of add up there. For those of you interested in saving some money this Thanksgiving, there is something that you better plan on doing tomorrow, in fact, or at least by the end of the week. If you are looking to make Thanksgiving dinner this year, maybe you have to fly to get there. Your best day to book a flight at the lowest price is tomorrow, October 6th. According to the annual Orbitz Holiday Insider Survey this week, is the best opportunity to get the best bargains for all of those holiday flights.
Book your holiday airfare sooner than later, because once you hit mid-October, you're only going to see those prices continue to rise.
So that covers Thanksgiving. Let's talk about perhaps Christmas or any December holiday for that matter. The best time to book is going to be this coming Friday. That's October 9th. And then for New Year's Eve, you'll want to book by Saturday. John?
You better book them, Dano. Hey, take a look at this. Pepsi is going back to the future with a new promotion. They're releasing a new limited edition Pepsi Perfect bottle to fans later this month. The limited edition bottle will only be sold online. It is based on the movie Back to the Future 2. There's a scene in that film where a Pepsi Perfect is delivered to Michael J. Fox's character, Marty McFly.
Ooh, I like that bottle.
I like the bottle too.
Reusable. Maybe you can put water
easy to
in
hold
it.
too.
Very.
And it could be. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I love it.
You look cool, stylish.
You ready? Healthy,
Let's do
wealthy,
it.
and wise just ahead.
You've been waiting all morning for some of these tips, so stay tuned. They're coming up right after the break. We're back after this.
This is the home that you made. This is the bowl that inspired your first dinner party that made a mess that you'll deal with later because it's time for charades in the home that you made. Unique finds, amazing prices. Home Goods. Make home yours.
Tragically, in an accident, sometimes we must face the reality that a loved one will pass. If they were the main provider for the family, there's a good chance they had a life insurance policy that would allow the family to carry on. Unfortunately, some insurance companies are denying benefits with the knowledge of the passing. It's wrong and it's unfair. If you've been denied benefits due to the death of a loved one, call Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. We will fight for your rights.
Sure, Rosner's has been in business over 100 years, and that's nice. We're proud of that. But people want to know what you've done for them lately.
That's why we price check the big box stores every day. Apples to apples will beat them all day long.
Bigger isn't better, better is better. Better prices, better products, and better follow-through.
Cleaner laundry, lower energy bills, and tastier food. All those things begin with the right appliance.
Rosner's is your headquarters for GE appliances.
Welcome to LaRue Furniture. Make your home even more beautiful with our unique interior design process. We have the floor plans and the design expertise for virtually every community, even yours. Our design team has the expertise and passion to create a beautiful living space and a wonderful furniture experience for you. Design options for every budget. And of course, LaRue's design service is always free. LaRue Furniture, where neighbors become customers and customers become friends.
When what's inside is important to your family, choose the family that moves the Miami Marlins. All My Sons Moving and Storage. We're family owned and operated with over 4 generations of moving experience. At All My Sons, you get a guaranteed binded price in writing, So, whether we pack the box or you do, or if you're moving 1 mile or 1 state away, let our family move yours. Dial ** MOVE to speak with a moving specialist today. All My Sons, the official movers of the Miami Marlins.
After a car accident, the insurance companies are not your good neighbor and they're not on your side.
It was a big insurance company and they seemed to have a lot of experts on their side, and I was just me by myself. I would use the word relief and peace of mind when thinking about the Craig Goldenfarb experience, because he basically just took the whole weight off my shoulders.
Call a lawyer you can trust. Call me, attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
This is the home that you made. This is the ottoman that hides the toys and can also be used for something a little more grown up in the home that you made. Unique finds, amazing prices. Home Goods, make home yours.
It is time now for Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. We're going to start with a healthy dish, a new superfood from Chef Pantone, the Dean of the Lincoln Culinary Institute. Dave Wentley will give us tips to stay on that right financial track, and we're going to wrap it up with Terry Lyles, who's going to give us some wise tips to crack that stress code. So, things that we deal with every day, and one of them is getting the family to eat healthy, and this new superfood is called Freeka.
Freeka, like freak out, Freeka.
Okay,
so we're saying new and superfood. Let's go with the new
healthy
part.
Is it?
New is 10,000 years old.
Isn't that the way it is? All these great healthy foods have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah, and we learned, our society got away from that too much. I had a student, she said, Chef, there's a new thing out called grass-fed beef. I said, oh, you're breaking my heart.
Yeah, I grew up with it.
Of course, and so did generations, 100 generations. So it's wheat, just like any other real wheat. Wheat we usually grow, and right as it's dying, that's when we harvest and thrash it. So this is harvested when it's green, it's still fresh, it still has lots of vitamins, minerals in it, nutrients, antioxidants in it, and then it's fire thrashed.
Okay.
So that means they stick it, in the old days, you stick it into light it on fire, and then shake it out.
Superfood because it's high in protein?
It's about 12.5% protein. That's pretty darn good. High in fiber, 4 times as much as any of the other regular grains that we eat every day. That's amazing.
Low in fat and low in calories.
Low in fat, low in calories, a nice flavor, and it also picks up any other flavors.
So what are we making real fast?
We're making a nice Mediterranean-style Freeka salad, and let's start adding some things to it. If you would, I cooked the Freeka, follow the directions.
And that's just with any type of broth or
water. I only used water for this. Okay. Sun-dried tomatoes, scallions, capers, feta cheese, Kalamata olives, and all of the parsley. All measured up ahead of time.
Looking good.
The dressing, if you would be my spice girl, with some salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. The dressing is just Dijon mustard and extra virgin olive oil and some lemon juice.
Loving it. We got
just
a minute,
all
Chef.
All fresh, all good, and all you do is stir it around. Let it cool down. It's fantastic.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum.
Serve it alone as a salad?
Serve it alone as a salad.
How easy is this?
And or as a, you can serve it warm or cold. It doesn't mind. I have some fennel pollen crusted salmon today that I just pan-seared a little bit ago.
But this can be served with a couple of chicken slices,
anything you like.
Anything you want, or alone. It can stay the next day, have it for lunch as a salad.
This was our dinner last night at home.
Kids gonna like it?
If they like all those other things, but you can put anything in it that you like. It picks up any flavor.
And the recipe's on the website. We're going to come back with everybody and give it a taste in just a couple of minutes. And obviously, as always, it's always on our website for you to get. And now let's get our financial tips from Dave Wentley. The chef and I are going to keep tasting, John.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet you will. It's hard to follow that up, huh? Nothing freaky about that Freeka salad. I'm here right now with financial advisor Dave Wentley. And Dave, we're talking about investing in markets, but more importantly, investing in terrible markets.
Yes,
you know, like sometimes we undergo these things. And so what advice would you have for people? What would be the first step to investing in a bad market?
Well, I always counsel people to not let their emotions dictate how they're investing. Terrible markets happen. They happen, you know, fairly frequently. They just don't last. So the first thing I would tell you, don't let your emotions override, you know, possibly, you know, a good investment strategy that you might have.
All right, so just stay on the straight and narrow. Take the emotion out of it.
Yes.
Maybe do it like every month automatically from
automatically.
Your account.
Automatically, it's difficult to do, but yeah, just try to put money away on a regular basis, and don't look at the headlines. Terrible markets do recover. We're looking at one, I think it's in the beginning now. So.
Right. All right, so what are some tips for maybe first-time investors, maybe people who are a little more apprehensive about investing, because that sounds like such a big word to
It does. First thing I tell, especially young people, is just start a plan. Don't worry about investing a whole lot. Whatever you can do, get yourself into the discipline of putting away money on a regular basis, and you will thank yourself later for doing so.
Take advantage of an IRA, take advantage of a 401k.
Yes.
Just especially, that's like free money, a 401k, if your boss matches 50 cents to the dollar.
That's right. That's right. Always take advantage of the tax advantage IRAs, 401ks, and as you said, if your employer is matching, that's free money to you.
All right, and that get an early start is so key. Give us an example of just how important it is to invest money and why starting sooner rather than later is such a bonus.
I ran a calculation, and we'll call investor one Roxanne. And Roxanne starts at 25 years of age.
She's very smart that way.
Yes, she is. She puts away $5,000 a year up until age 70. We're assuming a 7% average annual return. Roxanne retires with $1.6 million. 10 years later, John starts. John does the exact same thing, only he starts at age 35, not 25, and he finishes out with $796,000. So he is less than half.
Just waiting 10 years.
10 years.
And then you try to make up for lost time, and sometimes you can get in trouble.
Time is on your side. Take it, the market, time in the market, not market timing.
Right, very good. Yeah, and I noticed Roxanne was all ears as soon as you said, Roxanne invested X amount. Now you're messing with her money.
Yes, yeah, no.
Financial advisor Dave Wentley, thank you for a wealth of information and advice today.
Thanks, John.
All right, let's go over to Holland.
Hey guys, I am in the newsroom with lifestyle and family coach Terry Lyles. You have a new book out called Cracking the Stress Code. Is there anyone that you have ever met who could say, I'm not stressed?
No.
I was going to say,
No,
I want to meet them. Give us a few quick tips. How, first off, I mean, it's going to happen. The stress is going to happen, but how can you somewhat avoid it?
You know, you don't. That's the whole irony of it. You don't avoid stress, you actually utilize it. I constantly tell people it's not about the stress that's bothering us, it's the underutilization, because stress is gravity. So gravity is good for us. We cooperate with it. We do what we need to do. We stand on the planet. We don't float off into space. Stress is that way.
So
if
what
we
are
don't
some
use it
coping-
correctly, it'll hurt you.
Coping mechanisms.
Well, the first thing is you have to understand what's good and bad stress, and that's part of what Cracking the Stress Code is about. You have to identify, because there are good and bad stressors in our life.
Okay.
You have to eliminate the negative ones and accentuate the positive ones. And if you do that correctly first, and then you get the right alignment, you can actually start loving your stress.
I don't know that I've ever quite heard it put that way before. This can impact your health. We're talking about the negative stressors out there. So what can we do to make sure that doesn't happen?
Well, it can affect your health negatively and positively, which is very interesting because the negative side of it is anything that's unprocessed as bad stress will reverberate inside of our body. It'll affect how we eat, how we think, the lack of exercise, lack of nutritional awareness. But the positive flip side of that is if we navigate with it, I train athletes.
Okay.
So athletes look at stress as competition. Athletes love competition.
Kind of adrenaline, if you will.
They love competition. We hate stress. But in our life, if you learn to love your stress and you convert it from negative to positive, all those negative things creates good, healthy rituals in eating and exercising, resting and sleeping, hydration, and you actually just flip that coin very simply. And that's part of cracking that stress code is understanding it and then knowing what to do with it.
Yeah, okay, so find the positive stress. You want to hold on to that. The negative, got to get out of here. Okay, we'll remember all that. Terry, thanks so much. Roxanne, back over to you.
Well, thanks, Holly, for joining me. Not being able to join us. Are you coming in, Holly? Run, girl, run. Here, try this. Oh, I was going to serve it to you. Well, this is delicious. Again, it's Freekeh, high in protein, high in fiber, low in calories, low in fat, and I love how you've got it served up with salmon.
Right, goes so well together. Two superfoods together, a little salad on the side. You can serve it hot, serve it cold, whatever you like. That's awesome,
It's what all the fancy schmancy restaurants are doing. I got this ready for Holly if she's going to get in here to watch the cables.
Incoming.
Thank you so much. We're talking about doing a sweet treat the next time that you join us. Pardon my
that sounds
serving you like
we'll just
that.
come up with something special.
Something
Chef,
that's healthy.
I'm not just
so
saying
that's our
it's
next.
great because you're here. It's really delicious.
It's fabulous.
I mean, that's wonderful.
Get the recipe on the website, WPTV.com. Make it for the family tonight. You'll also have it for another meal tomorrow and the next day. Tyler, I know you're salivating over there, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to be right over there in about 3 minutes from now after this weather hit. It looks delicious and it smells delicious too. Hey, good morning, everyone. Here's a look at your current temperatures. We have 70s across the entire area, 73 degrees in Okeechobee, going to 76 76 degrees in West Palm, 75 degrees in Fort Pierce. We also have a partly cloudy sky and a little bit of rain on radar. We have some rain beginning to pop up and push into Port St. Lucie. The rain is out of Martin County now, and we have some rain beginning to push into portions of Palm Beach Gardens. A little farther down to the south, light rain around West Palm going to Lake Worth, and some light showers beginning to push into Boca as well. So we are looking at a partly to mostly cloudy sky, a little bit of rain out there, and your hour-by-hour forecast calls for a partly cloudy sky as we head later on into the afternoon. Comfortable conditions, though, because that humidity continues to be low. Some isolated showers will continue to fire up on radar, and temperatures will top out around 85 degrees later on this afternoon. Here's what we're working with here. We have this area of low pressure right off of the shore of Jacksonville and the Georgia coastline, Carolina coastline. This is the one that brought us in the cold air and is also giving all that rainfall to those living in the Carolinas. That is going to move away from us, and it's going to usher in some drier air, and tomorrow will be a lot drier and even sunnier as well. Today, though, we are going to see that mixture of sun and clouds, some of those isolated showers pushing through from west to east from now all the way through the afternoon and even the early evening hours, too. It's not until later on tonight that dry air starts to work in, and we see the clouds start to part ways. Temperatures today in the mid-80s. This is actually normal for us this time of the year. Temperatures around 86 degrees. I believe the average is exactly 86. Hey, beachgoers, heads up, because rip currents will continue to be an issue for us. Very dangerous rip currents. We have a northeast swell coming in that's going to enhance the rip currents as we head into tomorrow. It's also going to start to give us some rough seas. Right now the seas are pretty rough, but they'll get a little worse tomorrow. Seas right now around 3 to 6 feet, and the waterways will have a moderate chop. High tide will occur at 3:19 this afternoon. Tomorrow morning's lows in the 60s. Yet again, pretty nice start to the day. Comfortable for sure. 68 degrees in Vero Beach, 70 degrees in West Palm, 66 degrees in Okeechobee. As you can see, we'll start it off rain-free, and then as we head on into the afternoon, lots of sunshine and continues to stay dry because of some drier air working in as that system starts to move away from us during the afternoon hours, the evening hours, and the overnight hours too. Looks great. Here's an update on Hurricane Joaquin. Category 1 hurricane right now, just to the north of Bermuda. It's going to continue to push to the northeast, and as it takes this track, it's going to continue to weaken. And once we get to the end of the week, we will no longer be talking about Joaquin because it will just fall apart and it will be no more. All right, so here's your 7-day forecast. Looks good for us today. A little cloudy, breezy, and some isolated showers. Then drier on Tuesday, also Wednesday. But once we get into Thursday and Friday, the rain percentages start to ramp back up. Temperatures will start to increase as well. We'll be pushing 90 degrees yet again, and your morning lows will return to the upper 70s by the end of the work week. Back to you.
If you head on down to Sawgrass Mills, you'll notice it's going pink for breast cancer. The mall is participating in the Missing Pink campaign. Shoppers, you can make a $1 donation to benefit the Susan G. Komen at Sawgrass Mills to participate in this. This is a message about strength. With a $10 donation towards Mission Pink, shoppers will receive a special brochure good for 25% off one item at all participating retailers. More than 75 of the mall's retailers, by the way, are participating in this, so it may be a good idea for you too as well. And you will, along with employees, help decorate some of the stores there in the color pink.
Get in the pink.
Get in the pink.
During October.
And we're going to be talking about pink on Wednesday with Susan Bigsby, our stylist, to talk about how everyone can wear pink this month and use it as a nice fall color transition
real men
forward.
wear pink.
And you wear it very well.
My man himself.
Never looked
I have
better.
you to thank for that. Was that a birthday present?
I forget. Birthday.
It's some occasion that was real nice.
Just a plain I love working with you present, you know.
There you go. That's every day. More news and, are we taking a break right now? All right, let's tell you that there's more news and weather as well as everything else that we do here on the show right here on Today on 5 at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Plus, we've got a local food truck in the studio tomorrow. Okay, we'll tell you about more on that in a moment. Right now, let's take a break.
When it's 5 o'clock on News Channel 5, you need to know what's happening right now. Local coverage everywhere.
We are also getting several of your photos.
Steve Wingle.
Hundreds and hundreds of lightning strikes.
The only local chopper getting you breaking news first. Now that's local coverage you can count on. WPTV News Channel 5.
Start every morning with Today on 5.
From 4:30 to 7.
If your day starts later,
watch the Fox 29 Morning News.
From 7 to 9 on WFLX, Fox 29.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
After Maritza's accident, they got her $94,000.
Check this out. Steinger is going green got Rod $900,000.
Talk about getting paid.
800-561-1111.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. Lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his MicroPure resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and Collagen Lift moisturizer, a $200 value free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-399-2119. That's 1-800-399-2119. Order now.
Car accident? People are talking about Stenger Isco and Green.
When Deborah was injured in a car accident, the other driver refused to admit fault.
So Deborah called Stenger Isco and Green.
They got the truth, and Deborah got the cash. $1 million.
800-561-1111. Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Breaking news coming in from multiple sources, including ESPN and CBS Sports and the Sun-Sentinel, that Dolphins coach Joe Philbin is expected to be fired, according to ESPN. They were saying about a half an hour ago they're expecting to fire him. Sun-Sentinel saying he is going to be fired, and then CBS Sports saying he is fired. Dan Campbell, the tight end coach, is expected to serve as the interim coach for the remainder of the season. After yesterday's loss in London, it has been the talk of all sports outlets that Philbin would be fired as the Dolphins head coach. They are, the record is 1-3. So that is apparently more fact now than just speculation. And we'll continue to follow that too here on News Channel 5 throughout the day. In the meantime, as John was mentioning, a lot more coming up tomorrow morning on Today on 5 at 11. We'll have all your news, weather, sports, and of course follow up on this breaking news. Plus a local food truck is going to be in the studios tomorrow. So that means we're going to be talking and making food once again. And don't miss the 5 tips for living to 100 and doing it healthfully. It's all coming your way tomorrow on Today on 5 at 11 o'clock.
Here are the 5 things you need to know before you go today. Closing arguments are happening now in the trial of the Boynton Beach police officer who's accused of rape. Stephen Marino is accused of attacking a woman last October while he was on duty. The defense argues, however, the sex was consensual. If convicted, the officer could face life in prison.
State lawmakers will hear a request today to audit the Palm Beach County Schools Transportation Department. The district has been having issues with buses being on time ever since the beginning of the school year, which is going on, 6-7 weeks now. It is already conducting its own investigation.
Palm Beach County schools are inviting parents to come to strategic planning meetings. Parents, you get a chance tonight to chat with district leaders about what you think the focus should be on for the next 5 years. The first of 8 meetings is this evening. It's at Pahokee High School. It starts at 6:30.
Just say enjoy the afternoon, right?
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
Today on Rachel Ray.
What's better than brunch? Brunch with Bobby.
Anybody want one of these?
Then, 10 people, 1 apartment. Luckily, the one and only Peter Walsh is on the case.
It's beautiful.
Plus, Hot Bench's judge, Patricia Domingo.
Do I look like Rachel Ray?
And save room for bacon blue cheeseburgers.
Yeah, baby, that's a burger.
And now, are you ready for Rachel?
Hello! Welcome, everybody, welcome. Okay, up first today is the most important meal of the day. We all know that's supposed to be breakfast, right? Right. All right, so I have to tell you the truth. I'm trying to get better at this, but I do, you know, get up in the morning, I go for my run, I go to the gym and all that. I am lousy at eating breakfast during the week. I maybe have a handful of almonds, or I grab a piece of fruit off of the craft services when I get to work. I'm terrible at it. One thing I do love, though, also begins with a B, and it happens every weekend. It's brunch. Yeah, right? Everybody was finishing my sentence. I love brunch at my house because my husband, John, is our resident mixologist, and brunch always begins with C for cocktail. So he wakes me up on Saturday or Sunday morning and says, honey, I'm getting hungry, and he gets me